It's 8 Eastern Standard Time, and we do this every Wednesday. And I'll kind of go through some training for you with stream marketing and give you updates and answer some questions. And then I think it's the Wednesday from now where we kind of do a template that's live for everyone to kind of see a build. So if you were on last week, a lot of things happened, and I just want to kind of take a second and go over a few of the things that happened last week. So if you have a piece of paper and a notepad, you want to grab it. So there you go, Mayor. See, everybody gets a nickname. I'm half in a name every single time. It's Mayor, Ter, like that's just what happens, okay? I'm immediately like somebody's friend, instantly. Okay, so the last time I was on, what we talked about was the fact that if you got started about 2 months ago or even a month ago, you paid $87. Everybody remember that? Okay, so if you did pay that $87 for 2 months, you get you'll get like a $40 refund. And I think a few people have received that refund. And so now the pricing for Stream is $87 for that first month, and then $47 each additional month, okay? And in that $87 for the first month, which some of you have already paid that very first month with $87, you get a 60-minute one-on-one meeting so that you can have a website designed for you. I was looking to see if Callie was on. I spoke with Bart because I know Callie had her 60-minute one-on-one website design meeting today, and I wanted somebody to share their experience with it. But I'll share with you why this is important and why this is important for you as a customer and if you have a prospect. Okay, so one of the things that we kind of tend to do, especially with digital marketing or online marketing, is we try to tend to like over explain, and we go through most of the features and not enough of the benefits, right? It kind of happens whenever we explain something, especially if we're a customer of it. So I want you to think of it like this, right? If you have a pair of jeans and you're explaining the jeans to your friend, are you like, these are made of cotton? I don't know anything about jeans. It's a horrible example. We're going to go with it anyway. But are you like, these are made of cotton and 90% polyester? And when they're, I don't know, a light color blue, and then you start describing like each one of the features of how it's made up? Or are you more of, we do it naturally when we're describing something, right? So we're like, girl, these jeans are hugging every right part of me. In the waist, they're not falling down. Like, I could describe the perfect pair of jeans for you. I got this down. Because really, have you ever had ones that are too big in the waist so they just fall? Or have you ever had ones that were too tight in the waist but big in the butt? Like, so these are the perfect fit. And you're just going to start and make me look skinny. That, whoever said, yeah, so I'm going dead in on like every single benefit. But sometimes when we're really close, like if you're really close to something, you can barely see it, right? You don't see all the benefits of something, you only see the feature. So sometimes when people explain a marketing tool or specifically something like Stream, you're like, here, ready? You get unlimited websites and 15,000 marketing emails and all of the social marketing. And you'll be able to do this and do this and do this, and SEO and a CRM. And the person's like, what the heck is SEO? And what is a CRM? And why do I need unlimited websites? Like, whoa, hold on a second. Right? So we got, what happens when you have that 60-minute one-on-one meeting for yourself and when you're explaining to a prospect? We got to keep things simple. And really, the way to do it is to say, if you could have a website designed for you in just 60 minutes that cost you $87, and I just say it flat out, would you be interested? And if Look, if they've ever tried to have a website designed or they've looked into it themselves, you'd have to be crazy to be like, nah, I'm good, right? So the benefit to them is, no, really, in 60 minutes, you're really going to have your very own website. Like that's what's going to happen. And if you ever want to make changes or edit it, we'll show you exactly how you can do that. There's more to it, but in this 60 minutes, just to get you started, this is exactly what's going to happen. Would that interest you? Because what's in it, like what's everybody's favorite radio station, WIIFM, what's in it for me? Right? So what's in it for me? What do I get? What's something that's tangible? And for you, who's on the other side, right, of it, if you have that experience, I promise you that instead of explaining every feature that stream marketing has, you're going to talk about the benefits and you're going to talk about the same way that we talked about the pair of jeans because you experienced it. So one of the things that I would really suggest you doing is you paid that first month of $87 and you want to get into that one-on-one meeting and not have people start overthinking. I have to have every single picture right. I have to make sure that my customer comes prepared and has this before they go. What tends to happen is people think that they're unprepared, so they never go. Or they think to themselves, well, I'm just not ready yet. I have to have every single picture first. Or I don't have that bio that's completely straight, right? So what do? Allow the person that's on the other end to help you and lead you and know that you could always come back and edit or change something. But to have something that's produced is what people want. And when you're talking from this standpoint where you have the experience, you're much better at describing the benefits. Why do we specifically in this industry say be a product of the product? Right? Can you talk? I would venture to say a lot of you are really great at sharing the benefits of, say, send out cards, right? You've experienced it, you know it, it's simple, it's easy. I know exactly what to share with someone because you get it, right? You've either gotten one or you've sent one or you're a customer of it, right? So you want to have that exact same experience so that you're describing it, okay? So Nancy says I need some slower building the website instructions. I would get in there and take that 60-minute meeting and we can do some website instruction today. But when you have those bones, you can kind of go in there and you can edit. I want to give you one tip, okay, that I think is really important that I want you to share with your people and I want you to do for your 60-minute meeting. A lot of people want website instruction, right? Or they want to know how to build. Some people just are like, just do it for me. I don't care. I just want it done. But if you're one of those people that say, I want to be able to tweak, I want to get in there. I want to, how many people want to do that? Okay. Ask the person who does your 60-minute meeting to duplicate that website because you don't want to go fiddling. Is that the right word? Thanks.
Yeah.
You don't want to go fiddling with the website that's the one that you're sending out to everyone, but you want to see the components and how it's built and be okay with messing up one. So just have them duplicate the one that they've made so you could mess it up. Have a party, ask them to duplicate it 2 or 3 times if you want them to, right? So that you can kind of get in there. And when you make a change or something, you can't really make a mistake. She's like, oh, I can figure that out. I can go back in there and do that. Or I can edit it and take it slow and really not feel like I'm messing up the website that somebody gave me. So duplicate it and try it, okay? And when you have a customer that goes in, feel free to share that tip with them. At the end of your meeting, have them duplicate it 2, 3 times so that if you really want to learn, it's the best way to learn is by doing. Oh, thanks, David. That's sweet. I never share that sometimes people get me as the nerd on the other end, and then somebody says something and I'm probably now completely red. I have no poker face. Like, I would be the worst person to play poker with, because I'd be like, I have a great hand. And that's just what happened with me with David. Now I'm like all red in the chest and everything. But thank you. I already had 60 minutes before your training, so now I know more of what I need. Awesome. The prompt to schedule that when I logged in no longer appeared. This is a great question. So Robert says the prompt to schedule that when I logged in no longer appears. How do you schedule that hour now? So Robert, what I want you to do is, you know what? Did anybody else not get the prompt to schedule? Melinda, you didn't. For me, the more social media, CRM side of things. Yup, I'll go over social media, CRM side. I did not. I got it once. Hold on a minute. I didn't get the prompt. Should I do this right now? Forget it. I guess I'll do it. I kind of just like do. I don't like not doing. All right, website design meeting. English, let's see if this works. Okay. Is there like 2 people, or are there like 20 people? Can we do like 3 people maybe that need to schedule it? How about we do that? Can we do that? We all agree? All right. All right, well, forget it. We're doing it. Who needs to do it? Come, Carl, Katie, Melinda. Oh, y'all told me that there was 2, and then people started.
Cheryl, in their support email that we can give them where they can email.
There is a support at now.site, although I was going to schedule
I think there's one specifically for greener still. Excuse me, for stream marketing. I'm trying to remember what that is.
Hold on. Can we
I think
make
it's stream marketing at nowsite.com.
I think you should trust people. Okay, like I think that you should trust people until, like, whatever. Can we go on the honor system maybe, Bart? I'm doing it. Look.
Can I just let you know that what happened is that when I first logged in, it was there. And I think that's what the other person was saying, is that if I didn't schedule it right then, which I didn't, because I wanted to wait until I knew which side I was going with. Now I just went I just went in and logged in, and it's not there any longer. It used to be in the help, and I can look to see if it's still there.
It's probably not there, but if everybody put out a pinky. Okay, we're gonna do if like we're going on to Bart, I'll take the blame here. Don't share that. Don't do anything with it. Click on it, schedule it. Okay. If you didn't, don't be scheduling 900 meetings. You schedule your 60 minutes, because we're on the trust
chat. Everybody go to their chat, open their chat, and click that link, just so everybody knows.
Get your meeting. Bart's like, what did she do?
Oh, no. You're so Cheryl.
Get in there. And, let's just all pinky promise that we make our meeting, we schedule it. We don't schedule 3,782 of them. We do our one, and then we're good. Okay. Robert's with me. Thanks, Robert. Okay. Katie's with me. Great. If you have an active stream marketing account, that's where you want to go. Put the email address to your active stream marketing account and your name, and schedule your meeting. I know a lot of people kind of exited out, and we're going to do our thing. Okay.
Thanks.
We're rolling on we're friends in here. All right. So I want to take a second, and I want to, we'll go through the system, right? And I always think it's great to do just like maybe 10 or 15 minutes on really understanding marketing, okay, as part of this training. So we're going to have a little fun. That's what I like to do. And sometimes, how many people have heard the term website, sales funnel? like different things like that, and understanding the difference. So I think that people tend to overcomplicate things. And Einstein said, if you can't explain it to a fifth grader, then you don't really understand it yourself. Okay. So I want you to take everything that you've learned from a guru about sales funnel, its components, and all of this stuff. And I want you to take it, grab it out of your brain, and throw it out for 5 minutes. You're more than welcome to go pick it up and put it back in if you want, but just wing it for me for a second. Because as you're designing and as you get into this and you really want to become, if you really want to become powerful in stream marketing, and maybe you have one website designed and you want to become the sales funnel builder and really learn marketing, I want you to keep the story in mind, okay? So a while back, I wrote something called Little Red Riding Hood and the Sales Funnel, okay? And I'll share my screen so we can read it all together, and I'll read it out loud with you because we're just gonna be, we transparent on this one. So see how it says Little Red Riding Hood and the Sales Funnel? This is how I would explain a sales funnel to somebody. Okay, there's a website that's one single page, it's about you, but when you want to funnel somebody into something, right? We're going to talk about Little Red Riding Hood. So I'm going to read it to you, and then we'll chit chat, and we'll talk about creating a sales funnel and what's inside of your system. It says, did you know that the sales funnel has existed at least since medieval times, and that Little Red Riding Hood was actually taken in by a sales funnel? A precautionary tale about who you really want to learn about marketing from and who you want to avoid like the plague. Yes, they had that back then too. You think you know what a sales funnel is and how it works. Read this retelling of an old precautionary tale and you may expand your definition a little. When Little Red Riding Hood set out in the woods on that warm spring day in about 1321 or so, little did she know that she was to encounter not only the big bad wolf, but a sales funnel so irresistible, she would fall for it like a kitten for a saucer of milk. Little Red's intention was only to bring some warm current, I don't know why they made me spell it like that, whatever, buns to her dear old granny. But as soon as she set her foot on the path into the forest that day, she found herself walking straight into the mouth of a sales funnel. This is what a sales funnel is, okay? Right? You could take any story and turn it into one. It all began when she met the big bad wolf on the path. He didn't have any trouble getting her attention, and he was, of course, a very large wolf. He began by complimenting her on her lovely red hood. You see, the first irresistible element of a sales funnel, and one that people often get wrong, is all about approaching the prospect with their favorite subject, themselves. What a lovely red hood you have on, said the big bad wolf. Why, thank you, said Little Red, thus responding with interest and beginning her first step into the slippery slope of Wolfie's steep and irresistible sales funnel, right? You get the response and you pull them in. Next, the wolf intensified Little Red's interest by asking her even more about herself. And where might you be going this fine spring day, my pretty? And as you might expect, Little Red stepped a little further into a sales funnel by answering him with information he could use. Why, to my dear granny's house to bring these warm current, why did they make me spell it like that? It's gotten on my nerves for 5 years. Buns. The wolf sniffed appreciatively at the basket and proceeded to do a little more market research on Little Red. They didn't have agencies to do this kind of thing back then. Those are lovely spelling, buns. And where might dear granny live? To which, of course, Little Red replied with the desired information, thus stepping further into the sales funnel by inviting future communication with the wolf. The wolf, now having the information he needed to contact Little Red, again bowed, bid her a good day, and laid any fears she had to rest by disappearing up the path and giving her a little space, which she felt herself needing at this point. The only indication that she might have a brain hiding under that cute red hood. But of course, his sales funnel was only beginning. Isn't that exactly what happens? Compliment, tell them what they want, they give you a bit of information, you step away for a second, okay? And as soon as she reached dear granny's house, Little Red walked straight into the closing sequence of the funnel when she saw what appeared to be someone very familiar to her. and proceeded to strike up a conversation. You may know how this part of the story goes, but what you may not know is obviously it follows the pattern of a great sales funnel. So I will recount it for you here with a little sales funnel commentary on the side. First of all, note that the wolf did not say, as a little red walked through the doorway, "Hey girl, why don't you come over by the bed and climb into my big old mouth? It's very nice in here." As many unfortunate salespeople might, thinking they can immediately ask the prospect for a sale once they contact them. No, the wolf very wisely dressed up as someone Little Red knew very well and already trusted. Then he proceeded to elicit empathy for even ask her for help, a sly twist that you can add to make your funnel even more resistible. "I'm not feeling well, dear. Won't you come over and fluff the pillows for me?" Little Red, of course, distracted from the warning signs of the large snout sticking out of Granny's lace bonnet, walked even further into the sales funnel by helping the wolf with his request, then asking for more information. "My, what big ears you have, Granny. All the better to hear you with, my dear. My, what big eyes you have, Granny. All the better to see you with, my dear." You may think you know this exchange very well, but I would ask you to note that the wolf did not jump straight from the opening line of "My, what big ears you have," her first request for more information, into "all the better to eat you with," the close. That would surely have put Little Red off, as it is obvious, even to one as dense as she, that you cannot eat someone with your ears. The wolf sensibly waited until their third exchange to give his final answer and his closing offer. Notice the entrancing, repetitive nature of their exchange for another clue to a good sales funnel element. "My, what big teeth you have, Granny. All the better to eat you with, my dear. Why don't you climb inside and take a look?" And we all know how that sales funnel ends. Now, the moral of this story, in case you were wondering, is this: you could learn how to build a sales funnel, bring in leads, and all the other aspects of making money from any number of characters out there in the wild woods of marketing. But if you really have your choice, wouldn't you want to learn how to build your sales funnel from someone, blah, 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 that was part of the thing. Okay, here's the ending. It's really up to you. Remember, when it comes to marketing, you can either be Granny or a big bad wolf. And we all know who gets the girl in the end. So when we build a sales funnel or a website, I want you to keep these things in mind. Really, it's what's the purpose of my website? And when you introduce a prospect to anything, how quickly do we go in for the close? Remember, the wolf, it doesn't matter, just doesn't go and smack her in the face with the close, or the moment that somebody opts in and wants more information, it's, "Hey, you want to do this? You want it?" Like the pounce. If you really take a look at the story in your own time, read it to a kid or just take a look, you can see one of the most amazing sales funnels in the world. Okay. Now, if you want to take a look at an even better sales funnel than Little Red Riding Hood, how many people said Little Red Riding Hood, right, was great? How many people thought that the fact that Little Red Riding Hood stepped into a sales funnel was great? Okay. If you want to learn even more about how to create a sales funnel, I want you to think about this. How many people are married or have been married? You were in the greatest sales funnel of your life. You have been funneled every single time, because I think everything is marketing. And I see a beautiful woman with a guy. I'm going to use Bart as an example just because I can tease him. I say, "Well, that's a good closer. Great job. You must be a closer. Wow." No, I'm just playing. But I want you to take those components, really, of what you learned about who you are and your personality type, what you have, your brand, what we took last week, and what you want to build and how you really want to project yourself and into your prospect. You're always building your brand, and things are allowed to change. That's what's so great about stream marketing. You're not stuck with one website, and you're not stuck with one sales funnel. What you have is the ability to change, right? Or try something new. but you can develop as many funnels as you want, as long as you can see them. And this week, I know we went over who you were in a brand last week, but I want you to take this with you. Maybe we can discuss this next Wednesday is, where did you come upon a sales funnel? Just think about it, because I promise you, if you recognize it, you will become a better marketer. Did you ever notice that if you go into Walmart, all of the great sales items are right up front and they're usually huge? So you have to grab a cart to put it in because you have fear of missing out, right? So now you're walking through Walmart with your cart and the great sales item and your essentials, which is like a gallon of milk. Well, you got to basically walk 3 acres to go get it. Right? They don't like, wouldn't it be so convenient if they put the milk in Walmart right at the front? I always say, if people loved marketing like I do, you know why I go and Target for inspiration less than anything else? Is I go into Target so just for inspiration, because I believe that so many people go in there wanting one thing and they never come out with one thing, and it's become like an internet joke, but it's a great sales funnel. They're probably one of the best at building a funnel ever. It's in real life, and I learned so much just by going in there. My path, the way I walk, what's on an end cap, I understand. Like, I really feel like I'm in the Matrix in there. It's one of my favorites. I'm so nerdy, I don't ever even go there to buy. I literally go in like this. What's happening now? What's over here? What's over here? Why are they doing this? Oh my gosh, that lady's cart is overflowing. Is she really going to grab another? It's amazing, right? It's also at the registers. Awesome. Kathy, thank you. If we can get, if we, like, I have this mission and I truly believe this, is if I could stop the intimidation of marketing and I could stop the intimidation of a sales funnel and all of the things that we've been taught by a guru in, I have to design it for you. There's this aspect in this one, and you have to have these amazing tools in order to build it. And I just take it down to, we already know, you already know, and you're the greatest at it, right? You're probably much better at building a sales funnel than I am. I'll tell you one more thing before I get into some questions here is, I'll tell you, hopefully for inspiration, is my father used to say, if Cheryl says 500 words in a day, we're lucky. And my best girlfriend, Rachel, she says Cheryl is a painful introvert. I never hear her speak when she's out. I usually don't leave my house, and going out, if you've ever met me one-on-one, I'm odd, like an odd kind of person. I can do this thing, but on the one-on-one, it's painful probably to watch. I'm very like, okay, all right. I'll like be nervous and have social anxiety. So when I'm at an event or when I go out, it's probably because I'm doing this and I'm up here. I have learned more about how to build an effective sales funnel by hanging out with people. And when I was when I'm at an event or whatever, my thing is to watch the interaction. And I really learned more from you all than you can learn from me if you just take just a minute and hear me out. You all do this thing. I know from the start that you know, I know socially awkward is okay for people to say. Like, you know, I've been told that a lot. When you meet, you automatically do a thing where you say hello and you kind of shake hands, and you like, the way that people interact is very natural to you, that you don't recognize it. The way that you meet for coffee, the way that you talk, the way that is so natural to you that you don't recognize it. At an event one time about a year and a half ago, I saw a guy meeting with people, and remind me of somebody that you have here in Greener still, where they do very well with meeting others, especially in person. And he said, Cheryl, why are you standing there like that? Because I was going and I was calculating, right? And I was watching. So I was probably like doing a twitch and like literally taking mental notes. And I was like, oh, I'm writing an email series. And he said, what? And I was like, I can see the email series and the way that you're interacting with that guy right there. If you would just do me a favor and keep on talking, thanks. And he was like, and I couldn't snap myself out of the headspace that I was in, but he looked at me like I was funny. But I learn so much from the way that other people interact. And I think we all have great abilities. So my hope is that online marketing is available for the masses, and that I really think I've been given an opportunity to share what I've learned with you, but I honestly get more out of watching you all interact. So if I can encourage you this week to step back for a minute, really, I can make you powerful, powerful, powerful salespeople, powerful, powerful people in an online world. Because I know that for me, talking to people, especially one-on-one, doesn't come naturally. So I've taken and learned from lots of great people, Frank Kern and so on, writing sales copy and doing these things to take and create relationships somehow online. You're already about 3,000 steps ahead of me. If you just take one step back and look. So from Little Red Riding Hood to Walmart to a marriage to whatever, one time a while back, I asked somebody where we were in a sales funnel while I was on a date because I'm so ridiculous. It's just dead true story. I can't believe I did. I don't know why I'm telling you that. We're like walking through this park and I was like, what part of the sales funnel do you think that this is? What is happening? It's I just take the mechanism of what you do to create something, but you already have all of the answers far beyond what I have. So you have who you are in the brand and the personality type, and you have great things that you already know, and you have a great tool that you can use, right? That's the nerdy side. My hope is, this time is, if you just take a step back, we do this for a lot of people, but if you take a step back, I promise you that you'll be an amazing marketer if you maybe are just even this much better at not being socially awkward than I am, because you probably interact a lot better than I could ever do. So before I take some questions here, is do me a favor, and we'll talk about it next time, is can you recognize a sales funnel and share it with everybody else? And then what was it about that sales funnel that attracted you to it? Because you'll see in a minute, if you take a look at that sales funnel that attracted you, remember I said, you're this animal and this shirt and this color. Remember that? Well, you attract people that are just like you. Do you ever realize that? Like, you're like, this downline is like this, or this sideline is just like this, or they're all the same. If you could find the one component in that sales funnel, you'll attract more people that are just like you, right? And you have their hot button, and it won't take you so long to find. This exercise has worked so many times in helping people develop the way that they sell online. Because if I can help you find who you are and how you relate to people and what attracts you, you'll attract other people the exact same way. Now, I'm not saying that Melinda's is going to look exactly the same as Mandy's. And Mandy's isn't going to look the exact same as David's, right? But I will say that you'll attract people that are like David, that like people like David. And Melinda, you'll attract people that are like Melinda. And guess what else you'll do? And people think that the top of the funnel has to be so wide. Well, would you rather have quality or quantity? Because Melinda, if I got to put everybody that likes David at the top of your funnel, ain't we just wasting your time? And David, if I got to put everybody that likes Melinda at the top of your funnel, ain't I just wasting your time? Why would I do that? So let's find people who want to be a part of your funnel. And the only way that you can do this and do it right is if you can see a funnel from this far away and you can tell me why you love it. And then when we come back, I'll tell you what component of that funnel will make your people tick. And then we'll start to build bigger and better funnels online so that people will be attracted to them. Okay. It's the one thing that we can do where I'm telling you, anybody can be an online marketer. Anybody. If we get rid of the whole guru and that whole mindset that you have to be this something. I don't know what it is, but dang, these people are intimidating. I don't know what they do. I'm like, y'all scare me, but I get it. So I hope that helps. And I hope everybody takes that exercise home with them. I know that we have some questions here. So I'll go for a part.
You know, I had mentioned to you earlier, somebody brought up the whole different languages that we spoke about last week. And of course, Greener Still affiliates, you can bring on affiliates in 7 different countries: US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Ireland, the UK. I do believe I just said 7. Those are all English-speaking countries with about 450 million approximately people in those countries. But there was a lot of things. Our stream marketing site is in English only. So for people that want to go recruit people that speak different languages and you may not speak their language, it would be hard to translate. So if you wanted to, that's basically all I wanted to kind of say on that, because you do have customer support that does speak other languages.
Yeah.
Which is great, but with, yeah, but you know, with stream marketing, affiliates, English speaking countries. But you can have customers coming from anywhere.
Thanks, Bart. Help me out. I'm going to take some questions here. Wendy, you probably have to clear your cookies or something on your regular thing. You did? I do everything in incognito because, I don't know, I think somebody's watching me. Who the heck cares what the heck I'm doing? I have no idea. But that's the only thing that I can think of if it works in incognito. How long does it take for Google to index our stream marketing websites? It depends on the content that's on the stream marketing website, but it does take Google some time to sometimes index websites for some reason. And no, if you could backlink as much as you can to different sites, it's going to help you index faster. Could you please repeat the list of countries? Oh, you could use long tail keywords, Robert, or phrases if you'd like. Oh, US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, UK, Ireland, and Singapore. Can you speak to sales of products from the stream marketing website? Can you speak to sales of products from the stream marketing website? Tell me more, Donna. Come chat with me, please.
The shopping cart?
Like I have a shopping cart? Is that what you mean? Where's Donna?
Well, like I have a book. Can I create a stream marketing website around my book and then have people purchase the book?
Oh, do you have PayPal?
I do.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we should do a whole thing on how you can like people love to sell like an ebook or download a book or whatever. You can have people pay through PayPal right on the page. In your 60-minute one-on-one, if you haven't done it already, like the nerds or whatever will set up a thing where you can do a whole PayPal checkout. They'll sell your book. Yeah, what's your book about?
Deal Your Own Cards. It's about building a send out cards business. I'm sure that's a shop, right? So, So thanks. That was a great answer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Kathy loves your book. It's awesome. Do a training for authors. Okay. I will. I like have a gazillion ebooks. Yeah. Go for
Janet
it.
has a question.
If you get the website developing pretty well, but are lost on some of the other parts, can your hour meeting be used for any part of the system that's frustrating you? Yeah, Janet, go for it. Right? Just have a chit chat with them. Right? Like they're very well versed on each part of the system. Be great for training for those who have a course program. Ooh, like if you want to sell a course. Okay. For sure. You're welcome. Yup. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Any chance you can drop the Little Red Riding Hood documents in the files? I would love to. Maybe I'll screenshot like that part. I'm not really into I'll screenshot the images and put them in the back office. Like I don't want to put my book back there. I don't know. I'm gonna feel all weird about it. I'm gonna feel all uncomfortable. Like I'll screenshot those like 3 pages or whatever and put them back there.
Or people can do the replay and screenshot it themselves. There you go. But
There you
yeah,
go.
I understand that's your book. So
What do you suggest as a way to promote our sites online and offline? This is a great question, David. Appreciate it. So if you're online, use the 3-click marketing or to promote your website, use it to share on social media and question. If you're offline and you want to talk to people, this is this is kind of a silly thing, but how many people like hey, do you want to write down a number? Hey, do you want to when you're talking to somebody, I always just go, hey, you can find all my info at the name of my website. Hey, you can find my info at the name of my website. Hey, you can find my info at the name of my website, the name of my website, the name of my website, the name of my website. Right? Like I don't mind for some reason, or I'm very big on everything is a funnel to me. So if I give away my number too easily, right, and I'm out and about, like then that person didn't want the number enough. So I'll say, if you go to my website, you can find the number and all the information on how you can connect with me, right? So I'll give the website as a means to qualify my lead. I don't think that if you give away the number quick enough, people will hold on to it as well. So I qualify a lead by doing that like offline.
I like to text or message somebody because not too many, sometimes people cannot type properly.
Yeah, they
Text or
can't.
message them, and then they can opt in, boom, everything's there.
On the back end of every card, QR code, signature block, every, on the back of every, hold on, I wanna, real quick, let me see.
Oh, Robert was suggesting that how to promote it on the back of on your greeting card. You can do custom back panels, Cheryl. So you can have a QR code. You can have your website. Stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Hey, give me 1 sec, Bart. Chit chat about that. I'm gonna show you something.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, that's a great way. That's a great suggestion, Robert. And so anybody that wants to do the custom panel on the back of their card, you can have a QR code, which Laura does that quite often on different things that on different sites. She wants people to drive people to. QR code's perfect. They just pull up their camera on their mobile device and boom, it goes right to your site. And there's free QR codes. You just shoot the image, put it on the back of your card. Presto, it's done. The funnels go into various levels. KT, have you that?
Wait, it's pouring out there, but I went anyway.
What? Oh, it's raining.
It's pouring outside. Like the glasses are so sorry.
What were you going to say, Bart?
No,
Go for it.
I'm gonna let Cheryl address that. That's kind of a complex one right there, KT. And of course, your hour they'll be able to address that for you. Plus they'll have the other nerds that you can hire to do that, to help you build that stuff out.
We will have other nerds in the future that you can, I think April, right, Bart, where you can hire more nerds.
Yeah, like 20 bucks for 30 minutes on any specific topic, email marketing, campaigns, social media, everything.
Can the funnels go into various levels of courses? So when you build a course, you have to sometimes password protect that course, right? So that people can go in there, and you'll have to add some specific kind of coding in order to get into that course. And it depends on how you want to lay out your course, Katie, and you'd have to talk to like a nerd about what level of course that you would like to add inside of, because it's more of a website or sales funnel builder. Course builders kind of have like their own protection in the background. You can backlink multiple websites, even your own, yes, and take advantage. One of the things, if you really want to backlink and share, is if you have a team, and it's really great to do. Like if you are with a team in Stream or Send Out Cards or whatever, and you have a website and you are really like into promoting your team or others or whatever, and you don't care basically like who gets the sale, like if you're kind of like that, put a few links of some people that you like and you'll all be backlinking to each other. How do you describe SEO and CRM to potential customers? That's simple. What does backlink mean? I don't describe it to my customer. I would probably not even say it. Customer really, like that's more of the features versus the benefits, right? And they're not going to understand no matter how much I go into it, but it's search engine optimization and customer relationship management system. And no matter how much I get into it, they're probably going to be like, what? And a backlink is basically when a website has links that go to multiple pages or they're listed on multiple websites so that it's referenced more on Google. You can create your own like kind of QR code, things like that, and put it on Send Out Cards, right? So I'll show you a business card that I had created, nerdy, that got a lot of attention for people. You can always add this to the back of Send Out Cards. I think it's great here, but let me see. Am I big? I don't know. Am I?
Hang on, you can be big. Hang on.
Okay. All right, I'm big. I'm huge now. See, am I like backwards or whatever?
No, that's
but that was the website, right? And then I just put Facebook, email, me, website. Like that's my email address, Cheryl@royalty.ai. Well, it was in the past, right? And then how do you find me on Facebook? How do you find my website? How do you find me, or who am I? It's like the nerdiest thing, but people tend to love it. Well, my people, the nerd, like if you're nerdy like me, okay, this is maybe not the partiest thing, but it got a lot of attention. And that was the only thing, because that was the only thing that I would put on the website and be like, good luck out there. Thanks. You got my email, you got my website, you got my Facebook page, you got this. Okay. So do something fun for sure. Page used to have a place to make a free ad. There's no free ads in your page. You have to purchase the ads, if I'm correct, right, Bart?
Correct.
Purchase ads.
Yeah, the retargeting is out. That's why they lowered the price. They cut the price in half. And there were some things, that was one thing, and not too many people utilized. You had to have it, okay, without going into details, no, it's no longer there. The details don't matter. It's not there anymore, but we have $47 a month, seriously.
We have like 7 minutes or so. Is there something specific that I can like, maybe creating a PayPal button or something like that that you would all want to see really quickly that I can maybe help with if you're selling like an ebook or something?
We did that 3 weeks ago too, but that was the one that got cut off short by Super Dave.
Oh no. Oh, do we want to see it real quick? I'm not a robot.
One, yes. David says yes.
Okay. Anybody have, David, can I have your like stream marketing account page thingy?
Email. Put your email in the messenger.
Anybody got an email? Can you? Come on. We got 6 minutes. David, thank you. Look, when I'm sweating and doing it, don't look at my face real close. PSA. Oh no, I don't need that. Duplicate. Okay. So I duplicated his website. By the way, if you ever want to duplicate a website to fiddle with it, just click the 3 dots and click on duplicate, right? So that it'll duplicate the website, okay? So that you can fiddle around. Hold on, you know what? I got to share like everything, and nobody really cares what I got going on here, do you? All right, so in PayPal, when you log into PayPal, there's these buttons and it says pay and get paid. And you have PayPal buttons. So if you click on the PayPal button section, know how I can't remember who it was that wanted to sell their book. Who was it? Come on out and say hello to me.
I didn't want to sell my book, but I wanted to sell a class in different levels.
Yeah,
Okay.
Donna Sylvester had the book.
Oh,
Hi,
yes, Donna, yes.
Okay, so
Sorry.
we can click on buy now because we want to make this button in PayPal, right? And then you could do a buy now button and then it'd be like ebook or book or whatever you want to do, right? And it's like, it's Donna's book, so it's $1 gazillion. It's worth $197. It's Donna's book. It's saying nothing. Okay, so your customer's view could be like this, or at another time or during the pro meeting or nerd meeting, we'll tell you how to customize the text or appearance, right? No shipping if it's not a physical book, or if you need a tax rate, sure. There's one thing here that I want to show you in step 3. It's when your customer, right? You don't need the customer shipping address, but after you're done, you can take the customers to this URL when they finish checking out, do that here, or have your nerd do this. So once they check out and they buy your book, you want them to go back to a website, not to sit there in fairy la la land. Just kidding. Sit there, right? Or if they cancel, bring them somewhere, okay? So once you do, you just click create button. It's super simple. And then you look like a genius because it says select code. So you copy it and you come back here. We're going to edit one of David's pages here. And we're going to do like, I don't know, edit. And then I'm going to like drop a code snippet in here. Paste and see how it says buy now. Save, preview.
And actually, a lot of people probably would like to have people's addresses. That way they can send them a thank you card.
Yeah. And look, I'm paying $197 for the ebook, see? Okay. And that's it.
I'll share the profits. Thank you.
Yeah, you can, if you're wherever your PayPal account is, you can put it in Canadian, you can put it whatever you want. Sure. Just use your PayPal account. Awesome. It's like the ending tip of the day.
Really helpful, Cheryl. Thank you.
Yay, thank you. Well, that was nice. Look, I'm going to start blushing again. Ridiculous. Okay, so really quickly, if you took the exercise last week, make sure that you brush up on it, check it out, have others do the exact same thing. If you really, really want to do some funnels or learn about sales funnels or sell online, I want you to just do me a favor, take a step back, find your favorite sales funnel, and next week be prepared to tell me why you like that sales funnel, and we'll help you build your own. If you haven't done your 60-minute meeting, well, you have the link there. So use it, but don't abuse it, okay? So use that link, schedule your meeting, and then you'll talk to your prospects on how they can do the exact same thing. So I wanna say before I go, really thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here and also making me feel comfortable enough to share a bit about myself with you all. It really is kind of great to just be completely transparent and tell you exactly what my journey was like and really help me with this mission. And I think it's important. I think every single person can build a business online and be an online marketer if we take the intimidation out and the guru out and really understand that we have been a part of sales funnels our entire lives. Women, especially, think about it. I want you to go back and think about some sales funnels. And men, you have closed some of the biggest sales funnels of your lives. So think about that, and come back and realize just how amazingly powerful and incredible marketers you all are. And all we have to do is take what you already know and just put it into a website. You're all really, really, really brilliant, sincerely. And I appreciate you all. And I want you to come back and I'm going to show you how you can turn your everyday brilliance into online marketing. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you again for having me. Go
Thank you,
for it.
Cheryl. YouTube tomorrow morning. The replay will be in YouTube. It'll be in the contact section. It'll be in prompting you next Wednesday. Gonna build a funnel for somebody, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you.
6
Next
p.m.
Wednesday, we'll build a funnel
Wednesday.
here live. Okay. All right. Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
Cheryl.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Be good.